just be Māori. Whether it be e cho marae, ko kina kai for the kaumātua, for the ope that's coming on, whether it be at home swinging around your poi, or just watching te matatini. Being Māori. We tell our kids to get up, mahia he wata, boom. They there.
Yeah.
Tell them to do a mihi. They there.
He never gets a growling. And all he needs to do is this. What does that mean?
Kaputi. He kai.
Everyone always goes to me, what do you do this for? And I'm like, because it's one of my darling titiwais. This is how she pukanas.
Morena. Kei konei nā manuhiri. I tau mai rauatahi ki te kōrero kia mātai, maua kōria ki te iwi anō hoki. Nā reira tēnā, korua.
Morena.
Kōrero mai ko wai koe, no hea koe.
Kia ora, ko Ron Kupa tōku ingoa, no te māpau.
Kia ora tātou e te iwi, ko Kupa Poi pi tōku ingoa. Mai nā kuri a whārei ki tihiri au tēnei a hau. Te uri o tero nā iwi, ka hoki mai nei, ki runga i tēnei o tātou ho taka. Kia ora tātou. Porokate.
Yep. Kupa is not new to the show e te whānau.
Not at all. But Ron is. Nau e te whānau, e te iwi. I konei tētai o ana mama, ko Kylie, I runga i tētahi porokate, i te taha o Tracy. I noia nei, kei konei tāna mama atu. And we wanted to bring Kupa and his mum on, just to have a bit of a kōrero e pāna ki tō tipuranga, i tōna taha. I pēhea tērā, ka hoki o mahara.
Hoki ana mahara, tahi mano iwarau. Nā. Ngā ori te tipuranga i te tau o kumātua. Ngā ori te tipu i o rāua taha, rāua i kawe atu a hau, ki nā kaupapa katoa, i whakatipu i a hau i runga i tōku marae, i runga i oku whenua. Me te tūtaki i oku whanauna katoa, me tōku mihi ka tika ki a rāua i poipoi i a hau, i wainga, i au āhuatanga. So yeah, very grateful and very honoured that they took me around our maraes, around our hapu, our iwis, and getting to know all my connections. Te whānau apanui, ngaitai, te whakatohia, Ngāti awa, tauranga moana. Yeah, mai kore ake koraua. Me
Yeah, nā puhi anō hoki.
Yeah.
Wai katoa.
Yeah.
Wai
Don't be like
kato.
that.
But yeah, ka pena. And I guess the tools that they fed to me growing up, whether it be a kura, whether it be on the marae, on the pai, won't say much at the back in the kitchen. We'll leave that for them
He reka te kai.
He reka te kai. But I ka poi rawa i a hau, tainoa ki tēnei haura. So yeah, ka mi ki a rawa.
Yeah, actuals.
Mama.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Need a cough.
What would you like me to talk about? He's pretty much told you everything.
Yeah.
So, te whānau, Ron didn't want to sit on the seat today. But I'm glad because, to be honest, she's the real boss. I always have to go to her if I need Kupa. And I get the answers from Ron.
Yeah. She's a great backbone for Motaku i Rāmatu. Go tell the story of his upbringing. The whole miri tana tina nei.
Oh, hey. No. Yes, my baby was a gift. He was a gift from the heavens, from his mama and papa. Yeah, we've always kept those ties with them. He's always known who he is. And yes, his upbringing. Yes, I did used to miri him every single day. He had bathies every day, miri every day. Yes. What else would you like to know?
She used to. She'd make his lunch every single day. And you know, us parents, we have muesli bars, egg sandwiches. No, not Kupa.
One day my baby had to be fed. He had to have a kai.
A three-course meal.
Cooked meal, yes, and I would cook him a big lunch and I would take it up to him every day and sit with him while he was having his lunch. That's what made me happy. Yes.
You're a beautiful mama.
Beautiful mama. And that's from 5 years old to now. He is almost 18 e te whānau.
Until he hit college and then I was asked to leave.
Oh.
I was asked to leave during kohanga as well, but I just never listened. See what his kohanga was in Auckland. Puawairua? Yeah.
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 And for a few stages of kura too. We did.
Nā kua tipu, kei te pake ki haere. What's the next big thing for you? And what are you up to?
What am I up to?
What are you up to? So Kupa has all the jobs like the auntie on boy.
So currently, ka tahi anō au, ka mōhio ko au te māngai mo te waiariki. So in other words, I am the representative for the youth MP mo waiariki. And at the moment, what we've been up to is going around tuora hapuri, going to kaupapa, nā paukai, and our upcoming kaupapa is going to talk about this new bill and what it can do to our iwi Māori, to our indigenous communities, Miki, and how actually quite oppressing it can be for our iwi. So what's a huarahi hau mō tātou uri e haere ake nei, and how are they going to look to the future? So that's what we're going to go around doing soon. But atu tērā he whaiwhai haere a Uncle Rawiri, he whakarono ki ona kōrero, he ako, and hopefully take that into spaces with rangatahi. Because we all know Pākeke, they can figure it out themselves. But for rangatahi, they do what they see. And if they see our Pākeke doing nothing, then they're going to do nothing. So, ina ka kite rātou he rangatai, trying to push in those spaces, surely it can inspire them in some way. So, yeah, koina tētei oku mahi te tau te iwi, atu I tērā ka haere atu au ki te kura mana Māori o Maraenui, he kai āwhina I etahi wā I nā mai haka, nā mai maurākau, au āhuatanga katoa o te ao Māori. So it's really that, and we say that in our spaces for our rangatai, just be Māori. Whether it be at your marae, ko kina kai for the kaumātua, for the ope that's coming on, whether it be at home swinging around your poi, or just watching te matatini. Being Māori. Never mind worrying about what they're doing in the beehive. Worry about what we're doing at home first. Tipu I o uri te kāinga I moe I tau aroaro, you know, irrelevant business. Because before we go worrying about their business, worry about your own. Look after your tamariki, feed them the knowledge that they need, mo te anamata. So, I reckon that's he wero nui mō tātou te iwi Māori, because we're trying to do a balance. We'll go do our protests on our streets and at Te Whare Pāremata. The real protest is never mind them, never mind their rules. Come home, let's have a big hui at the kāinga. What's te ana whakamua? There's the big wānanga at home on your own marae. And it doesn't have to be big. You can have it as your whānau, you can have it as your hapu, and then your iwi te motu whānui. You start small, go big. And I reckon koina, that's what's missing with us te iwi Māori. Too busy worrying about other people's businesses before we worry about ourselves. Too busy trying to be the shepherd before we learn how to eat the grass. If that makes sense. So, yeah. Te koere e tahi oku mahi I roto o mā tātua. Otherwise, kei runga au te pai, ka mai au nā kaiwero o tātou marae. E poi te kaupapa i te tau o ku kaihana. I reckon koena he i tai tuara nui mōku ko rātou ka hāpai a hau i roto i aku kaupapa. Or if I'm gone, I know that they have my back to carry on. Aku whanauna katoa. So kamihi atu ki a rātou katoa that really have that support. That really give me that support when I'm absent in those spaces. Yeah. And I guess it's just that. Feeding our kids how to do whai kōrero na marae. Teaching them mau rākau. Teaching them nā waiata o te iwi karanga. How do you break up a karanga? How do you break up a whai kōrero? And start simple. Ko te mihi tuatahi, ko te mihi tuarua, then you move into tau parapara and all that. But yeah, a tōna wā me ki. Yeah.
Rawe o kore.
Rawe. I think kua whakautu koe e tētahi pātai mai Renee, ko tana pātai Mo, she wanted to know what you think whakatohia looks like in the next 100 years.
Be honest.
Yeah. What are your aspirations for whakatohia for the next 100 years?
Well, I've got a few aspirations, but I don't know what it's going to look like in the next 100 years. That's up to our uri to decide. At the moment, we're just rolling with what we got. We're rolling with what we got. As we know, te whakatohia he iwi tohe tohe. O mātou hapu he tohe. But i runga i te tika, i runga i te aroha ki o rātou, ki tō tātou iwi, everyone has beautiful ideas. It's just how we're going to collab with all that. So that's one thing that our iwi needs to work on. Kia kotahi ai tātou katoa. You know, my time was saying, toi tū te mana motuhaki, toi tū te kotaitanga, all that, when we're not united. We've got a couple who say, tararara, that's wrong, tararara, that's right. Nothing's wrong. Ko tātou katoa kei te tika, it's just what's your point of view about it. So, yeah, I guess that's up to our uri to decide. But what aku nawe, aku wawata mo tō tātou iwi looks like in the next 100 years or so, I would have to say, kia Māori tō tātou kawe i tō tātou iwi. Kia Māori o tātou tūru i runga i te poari, kia Māori o tātou tūru i runga i te kaunihera, kia Māori te katoa. Not saying pana atu iwi ke, but haere mai, ma mātou koutou e poi poi. Ma mātou koutou e poi poi. Ma mātou koutou e manaki roto i tō tātou iwi. Because, you know, nā hitori o tō tātou iwi, it's not pretty. It's not. We have our tipuna getting murdered, slaughtered. So kia pērā te whakaaro. Hey, whakaaro no ki o mātou tikana, whakaaro no ki o mātou kōkirianga. We'll help you. You can help govern our town, but govern it in a way that suits te whakatohia. So koena tāku tirohanga nui. And because you ask our uri o te whakatohia, hey, who's this, who's that? Sometimes they don't know. We've got our whānau nā kēngi who don't know them whakapapa. So it's bringing them back to whakapapa. Not saying get out of it, but at least install a bit of mātauranga into them. Bring them into spaces. Bring them into our kapahaka groups. Bring them into a world that gets them away. Because there's only one result at the end of the day if you follow a wrong path. Ne? 8 feet under. Koina. So how do we get them out of a dangerous environment and bring them into te oranga nuitanga? How do we get them into these spaces but without trying to, you know, segregate te katoa? So,
Kia Māori te ao.
Kia Māori te ao. Kia Māori te kōkiri tō tātou waka. Mā tērā e tutu ki ai te mana Māori motuhake. Ki tōku tirohanga. Everyone else has their own tirohanga. But koena tōku tirohanga, koena tōku whakapono. And especially roto i oku mahi, i pātai hia te pātai. Well, what happens if pressure gets too much? Are you going to quit? No. Ina koina tētai i mea e tino nākau nui ana i a hau. Ina koina tētai i mea e tino arohaina i a hau e oku uri. Surely that's a better enough drive, especially in te whare pāremata, because it's a ugly space. Ugly space. But how are we going to find tools to feed our uri, to carry on? Because everything, even in class, gets pressuring. But how are you going to carry on and write your own piece of paper? And I guess koera tētai o oku tirohanga too for our iwi in the next 100 years. Instead of worrying about the westernised curriculum, hoki mai ki te localised curriculum. You know, hei aha te ako mō Shakespeare, what am I going to do with that? me pono te kōrero. Tātou te iwi Māori, we're going to go into logging, we're going to go into there, iwi spaces. Pāre mata, you don't see our uri go into much of the Western world. So bring it back to the localised curriculum. Hei aha Shakespeare, te whakatohia. You know, we can talk about Māori Battalion. We can talk about Anzac, has both Pākehā and Māori. We can talk about Te Tarata, has two points of views, Pākehā and Māori. We can talk about Maruhia, Te Tiriti o Waitangi, Pākehā and Māori, an agreement between two different races. So you can't tell me that we can't do it because it has English in there. We can just add in what they done to te ao Māori and how we, you know, we can tū hono aua huatanga. So I guess that's e wero nui ki tō tātou i, ki te kāwanatanga. You can't tell me there's not another path and we have to follow the westernised curriculum where we talk about Shakespeare, people who ain't even from the old, who probably even never licked our dirt. You know? Waste of time.
Mau te wā.
Because our kids don't even know what's going on in their own background. They're too worried about what's going on in LA with the rappers and all that.
Yeah.
Hoki mai ki te kāinga, I mo i tō tātou aroaro ki a rātou. Ko tātou te tuakana o e nei mahi. When it comes to protest, when it comes to fighting back, mō tangata whenua, ko tātou. E ni mea atu mai nā whenua o Pasifika, ka aro rātou ki a mātou, nā tangata o Kānata o Amerika, nā tangata whenua, they say, we look up to you, yous are the ones pushing in this world. So, e te iwi Māori e oho. You know, we just got to say e oho. We're too much worried about what we look like the next day, what we look like at a kaupapa, how we present ourselves. We go to kaupapa and we talk about nawe. They just talking about whakapapa man. Kōrero for the actual problems. Talk about the actual problem. Never mind what happened so-and-so. Yeah, that's good in its own time. But talk about the now. Because waste of time, the back then's not going to help the now. Hey,
Ko huri te ao ai.
Ko huri te ao. The now's going to help the now. So I guess ka pēnā te whakatakoto I tētai tū āpapa hei turo whakamua mā tātou te iwi Māori. Never mind worry about yourself, worry about te katoa. But yeah.
You're on a roll today.
You're on a roll today.
On a roll.
Jeez. And you talk about him. My nephew is not lazy at all. Hey. Whakarongo ki wana kōrero.
My nephew is doing all his mahi. Hey.
Well, koina tāna kōrero, you know, te rera tautoko iaia.
That's what he says too.
But, you know, I kōrero koe e pāna ki o tipuranga. And, you know, tō mahi i roto i te kura, i roto i te kapa, i roto i te paremata, i noa nei. Engari, he mahi anō tāu i te taho māma. So you are a what? Because you're teaching our nephew.
Hey, this isn't about me.
Oh, yes, it is. He learned all of this from somewhere.
Yeah, the knowledge you hold and you share with your
Tō
son.
mātou ranga
Tika
o pukenga. Tēnā kōrero mai.
Kore.
Ron's a moko artist. She
Is a kai whakairo.
I'm a tutu.
You're a tutu.
She's a great
Love.
tutu.
Yes. And everything I feel passionate about.
So kua whakatoi ki roto i a koe, Kupa.
Oh, I have a tutu. I'll go at the back of the whare and see you diving up something like, oh yeah, I can do that. So I'll grab a wood. I'll say, oh yeah, that looks like it can be something. Cover it up. My latest project, Te Kaukaoiti, I'm taking that on stage to regionals. So you'll see my first actual carving at regionals, whānau.
He's done a pretty awesome job. His own design.
Yeah.
Love. So that's one of the biggest things coming up for you as well, eh? Ngā whakataitai, ka pahaka mo mātātua,
Yeah.
kura tuarua.
Yeah. They're going to be big.
Eh?
Going to be big.
It's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be big, eh?
Ko rete koutou?
They never.
Te never?
So Kupa's also the head boy at Opotiki College, eh?
Yeah.
Also the leader of Kura Ki Uta. Woohoo! You know what, e te whānau. So when we were taking KKU for the first time, our nephew was really Gumby. Now, kua pakeke.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to stand, eh?
Didn't like haka.
Didn't like haka.
I guess, well, that was because we had to do it every day and
And not do whakataitai, eh?
no, and it was kind of like a chore. You know, when you get tired of doing chores, you're just like, never
You
mind
know
that,
when you
man.
get tired of doing chores?
You know the dishes.
He's the guy with the tea towel and the cup, just pretending. Having a kōrero.
I believe that.
10 years.
But yeah, that's, yeah.
You don't have to clean your room for a whole year, my nephew.
Can't.
Oh,
That's too
auntie. Yes, so you have haka coming up. You are the Waiariki MP for Rawiri Waititi. You have so many kaupapa coming up. How do you keep yourself sane?
I don't know. Yeah, I reckon it's because it's something passionate to me, and at the same time, I don't really care what others say.
Kōrero.
Just mahi a te mahi.
I love that.
Plus, don't got anything else to do, so may as well put my energy into our people. Our people's probably the best drive for it too. So yeah, I guess
Who are your sorry my boy, who are your idols?
for
Just
In general.
yeah, who do you look up to?
In life.
I was gonna say myself. No, other than that, my papa, him, probably Uncle Rao, Uncle Rick. You know, they really set a big example for all our uri. It's all you hear around our town. When Uncle Rao done this, when Uncle Louis done this, when Uncle Rick done this, and you know, looking back and how they actually set a good foundation for our kids, how they actually set a good vision for our tamariki, whether it be on matatini, whether it be in the council and parliament, they set a beautiful example what our kids could become. You know, raised in a small town, raised in the rural wops, you know, and look at them now, celebrities. Everyone's jealous of them, man. Jealous to the point where they want to, you know, get rid of us.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a beautiful concept of what they've done for our kids. So I reckon I look up to them. But I don't look up to people older than me. I would say look up to people younger than me. How they look up to us and drive more. They're the ones actually pushing the waka, and they're actually the ones who are actually fighting. We're just talking. They're the ones going out and doing the mahi. We talk, they do. You know, they're walking the talk. So I guess they're the biggest what's it called? That word? Example?
Idol.
Idol.
Oh, idol?
Flash food. Yeah. I guess they're the idols for me. Ko rātou kei te mai nā mahi. So yeah, my baby sister, all our baby cousins, you know, even though they're rowdy, they may not listen on the marae, but they can hear everything we say.
Yeah.
Tika.
They're learning everything we say. I remember when we were growing up, You know, it made it look like we were dodging the dishes. It made it look like we were dodging in the pie. But we could hear everything our koros and papa said on the pie. We could hear every single word our nanny said when it come into their waiatas. You tell our kids to get up, mahia he waiata, boom. They there.
Yeah.
Tell them to do a mihi.
Tera.
They there.
Tika tera, because when I came to Uncle Louis' tangi, I te hikoi haere ahau. And then what I love about Maraenui Marae is it's run by the kids. It's run by the rangatai. And I tū me ke katoa hau because someone done something wrong and the kid goes, hey, don't do that, but with a beep, you know? So kei te whakatika rātou I ngā pakeke.
Yeah.
And I think it's beautiful.
I reckon that's a one drive for our marae. We don't actually let our kaumātua do the whaikōrero. Once they hit an age, you know, their job make us look rich, man. Make us look rich. Give our kids the tools, set them up. They can make a mistake on the pie. That's the only place to make the mistake. That's the best place. You know, make the mistake, but learn from it. Learn from it. Don't do it again. Learn from it. Absorb more. Be better. And I guess that's what we drive for at our marae is let the kids do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
E
they
kite ana i
Ki
tērā.
muri, ki mua.
once they pass puberty, ko pake ki koe.
Yeah.
Mahi a te mahi. Or if you want to do it, come. Or if you don't, hey, our dishes are free. But yeah, and it's not pressuring them or shaming them if they make a hapa. It's saying, ka pai, what are you going to do to make yourself better? Ka pai, how are you going to add this in there? And we teach that at the kura too.
Yeah.
Start young. Start young.
Yeah.
It's better. Because, you know, you're going to wait until you're a certain age and like, oh, I don't know what to do. And you could have done it when you were a kid. Do it all.
Yeah.
No time to waste. No time to waste.
No
Just
time to
mahia.
waste. And all I can hear is your other mother going, that's why you need to find a
Mahi a te mahi.
mahi a te mahi.
Hey.
So
Ka
you will
miku
see
ha.
it, te whānau. Every time Kupa's on social media, the mum will always say something on the comment section. So for Pokai, for example, on Rawiri's page, she was like, okay, find us
Yeah. Ke miku ha, my son.
Nah. Too
We've
busy.
been waiting since
Too
he was
busy.
8 years old.
This is how you bring up your kids, e te whānau. Just tell them, you know, mahi a te mahi. Ke miku ha, uri, and then
And then look what
happens.
They
Pērā
don't.
i aku tamariki, they don't. So
We've raised
day-
all the kids
if you
like
don't
that.
want kids.
The day you stop asking, it's going to happen, I reckon.
No, we gave up on him. Nah, his mum didn't. I did. I think his little baby sister will be our baby maker, our mokopuna maker. She's already saying it. How much mokopunas do you want, Mama? I can have you 13.
Even
8
with,
different papa.
mate, beautiful concept.
Eh?
Beautiful concept, I reckon. When our people, you know, Te Pākehā say, oh, it's dirty, da-da-da-da-da. Beautiful concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're creating the next generation for our people. I guess that's not what other people see and all that, mahi, you know? Yeah, but that's most of...
But koina te painga o nai Māori, eh?
Yeah.
Ka kōrero pēnei.
I think what I love about you too is like you don't care. Like, and people get whakamau. Well, rangatahi get whakamau when mum says, hey, make me a moko. You're just like,
Yeah.
But if it was someone else, I'm like, mum, don't say that.
Yeah.
But koe, you're
That's all
kaha.
the kids.
That's all the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all the girls that these ones try and hook them up with, they're like, oh, whakamārawa.
Yeah.
But, and I know they're like, oh, he don't want to, auntie.
We tried.
We tried. Oh,
Yeah. Too busy being Kupa.
yeah. I love that.
I love that too. You're just an amazing, amazing rangatahi. You truly are a great idol for all our tamariki, all your cousins. For me, I watch Ron watching you kōrero, and it's just like, man, you're cool.
Yeah.
She just stares at you with just beautiful te mate aone.
Auntie's gonna cry.
Yeah.
Honestly, these are his own words. We haven't put any words into his mouth. We've just given him the tools to let him think for himself.
Yeah.
And these are his own opinions and his own kōrero. So it is amazing for me to hear it. We don't hear this at home.
Yeah.
We talk about it and he ignores us, but really we already know he's not ignoring us. He's processing, he's taking it all in, and then he's coming to his own conclusions. So that's what, makes me real proud. And I am looking at him like, wow, dork.
Yeah, you would have seen Kupa when he was little, eh? He had like cowboy hat, cow boots. When are we bringing that out? You and Uncle Ol should rock it.
Oh, yes.
Parliament.
Tuku.
Do some line dancing.
Yep.
Ground boots.
That's us.
Yeah. Ona's whānau, he's got all the cowboy hats. And they ain't cheap. But he's got all the cowboy hats. The boots. Nā mea katoa. The buckles. Kai aia nā mea katoa.
He
Koina
was-
tāna tino kākahi.
He was fashion, like through and through, eh?
Yeah.
You were such a young...
I think he taught Uncle Louis how to dress.
Oh, they all had a chat group, hey son?
Nah, Uncle Paul and Uncle Owen and Uncle,
Yeah.
What's that?
their suit chat group.
So that they didn't wear the same.
Because they all shopped at Johnny Big.
Because they were what? Oh, no, I love yous.
Yes.
Tika tēnā though, because I used to see Uncle Louis at a tangi and I'm like, wha lucky baby you didn't wear that suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a chat.
Oh, they
Apai
do.
has a chat. Well, I'll be.
Yeah, well, I remember that because at Uncle's tangi, me and Uncle Paul came twinning. And then we came twinning pants at Nanny Jones' tangi. Oh, yeah. Might have to start up a group chat.
Start up a group chat.
That's like every wahine Māori though, eh? You're either wearing a hunan,
Yeah.
waiapu. We all know e te whānau not to wear the hunan velvet red one, because that's Kylie.
Is she the only one with that? She's the only one with that, eh?
It's being sold now.
That's our main concept at our marae too. We don't, because black's a colonised colour. Black's when a Queen Victoria thing.
Yeah.
You know? So, and we wear red on our marae. And it's a concept to all our hitori around te whānau hikarukutai. We've got tuakina te piha kerere te toto he pukuna kokoe. We've got all of those concepts, and that's the running of the blood when we whati te kaki o te kahawai, and you bleed it. You know? So, I guess it's a new look. No, it's not fashion, but it's to get away from that Victorian.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Chits,
tera, because I
you know?
thought something else.
It wasn't.
Yeah, normally we'll say, you know, yeah, but Kyle, it's the...
Well, nā hunga e mōhio ana i a Kylie, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and you know, every time we go to kaupapa, koina te kara. Koina te kara,
Yeah, pai.
you know. Yeah, and that's living Māori.
That's why Kylie wears red e te whānau.
He pukunako.
That's beautiful. Hey, I just learnt something new this morning. Pai wera kōrero.
Yeah, koina he nui nā ahuatanga i roto i tōku whakatipuranga. Nā ako, and more to come. More to come. And it wasn't just mum and them. You know, I had help with koro Danny and them, koro Duru and them. You know, growing up alongside them. Sure, you'll get a whack up the ass here and there, a big fat growling.
Me.
But you
Felt
know,
it.
it's funny. It's crack up.
Everyone loves Kupa e te whānau. He
Yeah.
never gets a growling. And
Or
all he
smack
needs
up
to
the
do
ass.
is this. What does that mean?
Ka puti. He kai.
Clean room.
Those are my ones.
I dropped them off at haka, and we had his bags, and I went to go put the boot up, and all I see is all these boys running to the car, coming to collect his baggage. And I was like, what are you up to? And he goes, nah, they know. And I was like, oh my God.
And they do it willingly.
Yeah.
Without being told, they just do
But
it.
they love you, and I know that they look up to you,
Yeah.
and you're their safe space.
Yeah. We're absolutely Turirangi's safe space, and I love that for him. Even Tucker's. Yeah.
Poor Tucker.
You don't know how much you mean to your people, my boy. You are the anamata for us, with no pressure, no pressure. But we're proud, really proud of who you have become. Your mamas have done a beautiful job.
Absolutely.
The village
Absolutely.
has done a beautiful job with you. And I look forward to seeing you in Parliament.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
How are you feeling about that?
Happy that I get to speak the voice of our iwi. But at the same time, I know it's going to be hard. Knowing you're going to be in the same space with the same people who oppress our people. The same space with our people who are trying to, take away everything we worked hard for. And to be in the same room with the people that they're training. It's going to be hard. But as I say, if this is a drive, moku mahia.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And at the same time, you just gotta say, never mind your face. Look away. Do it.
Yeah. Because it's hard for your
cares?
Auntie Ria to be around that space too and not say anything. Ai.
But at the
Te
same,
riri kei roto iaia.
yeah, but at the same time, don't be shy. That's our land.
He awa no ai.
Nā mātou te whenua, nā mātou tēnei motu. Why we being shy? Why they should be them should be shy. To be the ones oppressing our people on our land.
Yeah.
So, to our iwi, don't be shy.
E kite ana i ngā kaikiri ei. I te kaikiri.
Even in our own iwi, ka kitea. Ka kitea, ka rangona.
Yeah.
Then just to be blank, ka rangona i te kura. Ka rangona. But I reckon that's the beautiful thing about our kids. Never mind your face. Or they'll have a swear in here. But that's their way of expressing tō rātou mamai. But they know what to do. They'll come back to te taha Māori, ka haere ki tō rātou whare, ka whakatā. When they're ready, they'll go back and smash the mahi out again. So they already have the tools.
Yeah.
They already have the tools, especially in kura. Here it's a hard place to be in, but you just got to do the mahi. Mā tērā e tutuki ai tātou katoa. It takes a bit of suffering, but I te mutunga, there's a prize. Te kotaitanga. Us living on our lands, loving each other.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's the one thing for us in the next 100 years too. Not having to worry about what government's doing. Have our own government. Some people say, that's hard, it's going to take. Well, let it take 100 years, as long as it gets done. Push the kaupapa.
Yeah.
I guess people were just too impatient for what to happen. We want it to happen like that. When, just wait for it.
Generational.
Yeah, generational to come. But yeah, mahana mahi hei mahia.
Mahana mahi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Maha ngā mahi ke mui te roro ei. Especially for and I feel sorry for our rangatahi. I really do. Like, what's happening right now in the world, in New Zealand is a lot for our next generation. So, like you said, mahi a te mahi, hei painga mo te iwi, mo tātou katoa. Yeah.
So, when are you getting your mataora?
I don't know. E whakaaro I roto ia, hei, kare anō. But you know, a tōna wā.
A tōna wā.
A tōna wā.
Ka pai.
But you know, that's what I love about all my cousins though, all our girls. Niwa, Mata Oru and all of them, they don't care. They just, boom, kei reira. And it's beautiful. But I guess, Moku, I want to add more ki tōku, kōrero. You know, add more. Yeah. But yeah, I love that about our uri, is that they're clear of what they want. They know what they want. And nothing phases them. We had, I think we had this kōrero before. We had a nanny who asked one of our girls, aren't you a bit too young to have that? And ko tā rātou, I've had puberty. I'm ready to make tamariki. Ko riri ahau mo tōku moko. Ko riri ahau ki te hai I tōku kiri, you know? And I guess that's a concept when we go back to mum's mahi and all that, mahi moko. Those are all colonised ways that are oppressing our people, and they're drowned in it. When we look back at our old photos, they're as young as 8.
Yeah.
They're as young as 8. And it's not even a full moko, you know, to add here and there to add on to their kōrero. And, you know, yeah, all of that, it's whakaaro Pākehā. It's them trying to take away what was ours, you know, especially hahi. Hahi has a big thing to play in that religion. Some say, oh, I can't get it because I'm this religion. But, you know, at the end of the day, if it's something you want, tēkina. Moko hia tō kiri hei hoa mate ngā mōu. You know, and you'll come to our kaupapa in Maraenui, our moko papa that we have every year. And ka kōrero here, don't break it up as simple as it is. It's simple. It's not rocket science. You know, you just whakarongo, you're like, ka pai. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, kei te pai. Kei te pai. It's not something to be judged on. You know, it's something to learn about, think about, and, you know, a tōna wā. But yeah, those are all in our spaces that we all do. He mahana kaupapa ka whakahaeretia. There's a lot of things for our iwi Māori that we could do to revitalise ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we could speak te reo, we could have all this. That's cool. What are we going to do for the rest of our people? There's a lot of kaupapa in our town alone that can revitalise our people. Unity. You know, iwi tohe, but you know, we can bring it together someday. But yeah, he maha nā mahi me mahia. There's a lot in front of us that we have to do in order to bring kotaitanga.
Yeah.
And kotaitanga is probably the biggest thing before we actually make a big drive down to Parliament. You know, kotaitanga in our own iwi, te tuatai.
Yeah.
Tika tira.
Yeah.
What a beautiful kōrero. It's been absolutely awesome having you two on the podcast. Even you, Mama, iti te kupu, nui te kōrero. And you got a big manawa, and we see you when you're loving your son.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, we should wrap up. Should we fire out some questions? See how in sync mum and son are?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, hard.
You're just going to yell out one kupu. So I'll yell out 2 things. You yell out one kupu, Auntie Leo will yell out 2 things. Okay?
Okay.
Don't think about it. Just yell it out.
Just both of us at the
Both
same
of you
time.
at the same time.
Oh, no.
Okay. Whakairo moko.
Needles.
Uhi.
Oh.
I'm supposed to...
McDonald's or KFC?
McDonald's.
KFC.
Oh yeah, KFC.
Nah,
Oh. Pūha Waikerehi.
Pūha.
KFC.
One more atiria.
I'm trying to think of one. Nah, you do our last one.
Okay. Country rock.
Country.
Rock.
Old country too.
Okay. Nike Adidas.
Nike.
Adidas.
We love how in sync they are.
while I'm wearing Nike. I've got flat feet, so yeah, these are tight.
Yeah, same.
Cooper's got flat feet too.
Yeah, that's why I like Adidas.
Yeah, no, beautiful. Thank you both for coming in
Thank you.
today. And good luck with all your mahi kei mua i te aroaro. You got
too.
this.
Good luck with all his mahi.
No, good luck to Auntie Dia. Auntie Dia, good
Yeah, I
luck.
love it. That's us. But thank you for coming back to the porokate, and thank you for being a part of the porokate.
Thank you for traumatising me.
And saying that at te whānau, that's us for today. We're going to look at Zane, and we're going to do
A pukana.
Okay, let's do a pukana. Tahi, rua, toru, wha, pukana. Everyone always goes to me, what do you do this for? And I'm like, because it's one of my darling titiwais. This is how she pukanas.